All righty then. We can get this thing rolling. All right, I think we're all set up now. All right, guys, welcome back to Daddy Duck 365 in the Blind. In the Blind is brought to you by www.daddyduck365.com, where you can get all your Daddy Duck merch. Also by Salt Creek Custom Ammunition, True Lock choke tubes, and Biscuit Built 3D. So I see a couple of people are in here already. Go ahead and chat it up. I'd like to know who's all in here. I sure do appreciate it. Let's see here. Today, we're going to kind of get back to some duck hunting stuff. But first of all, I want to wish my beloved Marine Corps a happy birthday. It was yesterday, and we're 249 strong. I also want to wish all of you veterans out there happy Veterans Day. I hope you all had a good day. Hope some of y'all got some time off. Had a good time. I ended up having to work, but that's okay. But I hope y'all had a great day. We're going to get a little bit more into Veterans Day and Marine Corps birthday a little bit. But like I said, if you're in here for the first time, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button. If you're my loyal supporters, please do me a favor and put a comment down so I'll know who's in here. And we get this ball rolling. Talk a little bit about duck hunting and how y'all are doing. We have not started yet here in South Carolina. We still got to November 23rd is our opening day. Daniel, what's going on? How you doing, buddy? Like I said, November 23rd is our opener here. I am still truckless. Hopefully this Thursday the engine will be delivered and we can get that in within the next week. Well, it ain't this Saturday. It'll be the following Saturday, unless you got something else going on. Unless you're talking about something else. Carolina boy, how you doing? Charles, how you doing? Randy, did you get my message back? Well, I appreciate it, Daniel. Let's see. I've got 8 people in here already. This is awesome. Do I have any veterans in here? If you're a veteran, I don't care which branch. Shout it out. And if you were in the Marine Corps, definitely shout it out. No, as far as I know, veterans can't hunt this weekend. As far as I know, they can only hunt in February. The two veteran days. I could be wrong. I haven't looked at the regs, but no, I'm not going this Saturday. Of course, I'm not a youth, but I left the youth stage many years ago. But I can't go anywhere. My truck's on the men's. I got to get it fixed. It's in the shop. I'm hoping this Thursday we can start putting the engine back in it, depending on what time it gets delivered. Well, as far as I know, only veterans can. There's 2 weekends in February. As far as I know, I'll look it up real quick. Let's see here. Yep. Veteran active duty personnel military days is February 1 and February 8th of 2025. There is no veteran hunting in South Carolina this coming weekend. So there you go. That's straight from the book itself. Cool beans, Randy. Oh, so we got a lot. We can talk about a lot of stuff tonight. What about it, guys? We got Trump back in office. Things are already starting to look up. The stock market has gone up. Gas prices, I have noticed, are starting to come down a little bit. That's right, MAGA. It's what we all thought was going to happen, and it is happening. So I'm happy about that. I know that Friday, when I went to the Delta waterfowl banquet, they were not expecting the amount of people that they had, because they ran out of food very early in the food serving. Either there was a bunch of hungry people or they weren't counting on that many people. Still had a great time. I posted a couple small video on it. But we had a great time at the banquet here in Sumter. Yes, I did. I spent $300 on a decoy, and got raffle tickets and did not win anything in the raffle. But regardless, it goes to a good cause, and I'm good with that. No, buddy, I have not been scouting. I don't have a truck. My truck is. I don't have a truck. I have no way to go. Can't scout. Can't get on the water. Can't do anything. I am stuck at home until my truck gets fixed. Ain't that the truth, Cody? How you been doing? So, like, I'm gonna say this over and over and over tonight. If you are a veteran, please do me a favor and raise your hand. Let me know. And if you're a Marine Corps veteran, let me know as well. These are need to know. That's right. State Youth Day this weekend. Veterans and youth can hunt on the federal days in February. That's correct. Never better just watch the stock market rise again. That's right. Telling you. I'm telling you. Of course, everybody in this room would know that. There'll be some that won't get it, but so how to. Thanks, Jeff. Appreciate it. I work for an SP. An SP. An SP. SP for me is Shore Patrol. So. Oh yeah, he did. I've been watching it or mostly listening to it. But yeah, he's trucking company and orders are picking up. Yep. Yeah. Um, there was a lot of people Friday at the Delta banquet, more than they thought, and I'm telling you now that um, had it gone the other way, I don't think we would have had that many people at the banquet. To be quite honest, I would not have gone because I would have kept my money in my pocket. And I hate to say it that way, but it's just the truth. Have you heard anybody singing pintails? I heard a couple weeks ago somebody saw some, but that's it. I haven't heard anything else. Hearing about Widgeon and Gadwall, but that's about it. That's all I'm hearing about. Well, they're crazy, Charles. I mean the Dems are crazy. I mean, it's just that simple. They have no clue to what the working people want to do. Oh, did you? Speaking of which, Cody, did you hear what they're trying to do now? I heard it on the news this afternoon that they want him to resign so that Kamala can be president for the next 30, 45, 50 days, whatever it is. And that would take Trump from 47 to 48. Her chief campaign manager was saying that. I believe it was a campaign manager was saying that earlier today. I heard it on the heard it and watched it on the news. Now people are crazy, dude. But listen, you lost. Let's get over it. Um, let's get to work. That's all we got to do. That's all we got to do now. It shouldn't be. It's it. It's over. They want boys to be girls too. Yeah. Yep. But it's over. It's over. We won. Y'all lost. Get over it. And jump up, down, scream, holler, have a conniption fit, leave the country. I don't care. Stay here. I don't care. Um, Now all I want is on January 20th. Um, I want Trump in that office, and I want him on day one getting things right. The first 100 days are going to be exciting. That's all I got to say. It's going to be exciting. We're going to be changing this country around. Yeah, we all won, whether they want to admit it or not. You're correct. Have they finished yet with the congressional seats? I have. I've been kind of listening and watching a little bit, but I haven't really heard any definite answers that I can say that I have seen. So, do you know if Republicans won the House? Yeah, they're probably coming up with more votes. But anywho, let's see here. How's the ducks looking? How are the ducks looking in your way, Cody? Are you seeing much when you're riding around? Look, I need someone to do a rain dance. It poured down rain here in Sumter last night. Kind of off and on a little bit today. Not a hard, but just off and on. Yeah, lots of birds there. Yeah, cool beans. I think he's on his way out to begin with, Cody. Once, what, in 2 years? Just hang in there, buddy. y'all had any weathers to speak of? I mean, have y'all dropped down below freezing yet? I know in certain places y'all have, but no, I don't know about exactly where you're at. Have y'all dropped below freezing? Anything starting to ice up yet? It's still warm. Yeah, that's what's going to hurt us um, until y'all freeze. Until y'all freeze up and that freeze line starts coming down, it's just going to hurt us. I'm not going with a guide. I'm going to hunt with some friends. Yeah, I know it's going to be a while. Here it is, November 11th, and I mean I am in a long sleeve shirt tonight. Not that it's cold, but it was a little chilly this morning, and this is what I went to work in, and I just haven't changed. Probably timber, most likely timber. I mean, I wouldn't kick a field hunt out, but it's going to be mostly timber. Oh my goodness! So, like I said, November 23rd is my start. My start up. Probably going to hunt something around here that's local, very local. We'll see how it works out. More than likely, it's going to be a combination duck and goose hunt, from what I've been told. Well, their season hasn't opened up yet. Their season opens up Thanksgiving week as well, unless they got something special. But they usually don't open up to Thanksgiving. I know they're having troubles right now with water. They have a lot of the places aren't flooded yet. The private stuff's already flooded, but I don't know about the public areas. I don't think we'll be froze before late November. Really, that's going to hurt our early season, except for wood ducks. That's about it. But that's cool. But I'm pretty sure that opening day is going to be a combination ducks and geese kind of thing. Um, we got some geese in the area, and I know that the ducks are there. I don't even have to. I don't even have to scout them. I know they're there. I'll probably head out. Keith, what's up? All right, guys, y'all got that? They have a military, police, fire, and first responder discount that works year round. Email Keith at Salt Creek Custom Ammunition to get all set up. More time to fish. Yeah, you've been tearing the fish up, dude. I have to give you that. Take it while you take it while you don't forget mergansers. I don't know. I haven't seen any or know of mergansers that particularly in this one spot. You like Sitka or Drake waterfowl? I don't like either, dude. I don't wear either. I wear natural gear. I think Sitka makes great clothing. I think their clothes, their waders, their gear is awesome. I just don't like the camouflage pattern, and I love natural gear. William, you getting some rain? Hey Jeff, how you doing? Been still getting dry. No wetlands showing. Just sucks it up. I know my buddy Chris in Oklahoma. They finally got a bunch of rain, and it filled their ponds up. Sitka worth every penny. Yeah, I mean they make great clothes and great gear, but I just don't like their camouflage pattern. That's it. It's just a pattern. If they could make that quality gear and put it in natural gear or mossy oak bottomland or shadowgrass or something like that, I think it'd be great. I just don't like the camouflage pattern. Just don't care for the camouflage pattern. That's all. But their gear is good. Drake's okay. I got one jacket in there that's made by Drake, but it never gets worn. It is an extra coat in case something happens. That's all it is. They don't need to change the pattern. I just don't like the pattern. I mean, that's me personally. I know some people who love it, love that pattern. We can agree to disagree. Of course we can. I would buy chain over Sitka because they have better camo pattern. Yeah. I'll just be glad to start putting waders on, dude. I'm telling you, I'm getting antsy here, guys. And my truck is in the shop, and I had to go get some parts the other day. It was a Friday. I had to go get some parts, put some stuff, some spark plugs and stuff, getting ready when that engine gets there. It's getting dropped in, and it's probably going to take him 4 or 5 days to get that engine together. So if nothing else tears up. Have I hunted in Canada before? Yes, I've hunted in Alberta. Had a great hunt. It was a 3-day hunt in Alberta. I had a great hunt. Shot ducks and geese. I limited out every day on ducks. Not so much on the geese, but I limited out every day on ducks. Every day. I shot my 8 ducks every day. I had a really good time. Be falling limbs in the swamp soon. Yeah. Yep. Yes, sir. I'll be hitting trees and knocking stuff down, and I'll go in opening day with a clean boat, and I'll come out at the end of the year, and it'll look like a brush pile inside of that thing. Do you have any mounts on that trip? No, I do not. Every one of them that boys got 8. Greenhead, what's going on, buddy? A spare Corolla you can drive, but 500,000 miles on a bad timing chain. Does it have a trailer hitch on it? No, I'll get my truck. I'll get my truck. If nothing else, it opens up on a Saturday. I can always take my wife's Jeep. She doesn't have a trailer hitch, but where we're going to hunt opening day is it's a walk-in kind of place. So I'm hoping that this Friday, I've got to run Bougie to the vet on Friday, and when I'm done with that, I'm hoping after that where I'm going to head to where we're going to be hunting. Like I said, it's a walk-in place. It is private. It's private property, and I'm probably going to go up there and put a blind up real quick, put an A-frame in there, and maybe do a little bit of brush up, put a little brush on it this coming Friday, and that way when the following weekend gets here, we'll just go sit in it. I hope to. I hope to, Randy. I really do. The motor's supposed to be here Thursday. It's going to take 4 or 5 days for him to put it in, which will be taking me to the end of the week of next week, and it's going to be close. It's going to be like when it's in, he's going to call me, and I'm going to run down there and pick it up and drive it home, and get home. And first thing I'm going to do is hook the boat up, put it in the driveway, because get ready for this season. I'm off the whole Thanksgiving season. I'm going to be off, so I'm going to be doing a lot of rolling. Well, as far as am I hunting Lake Hartwell? Are we still hunting Lake? I do want to hunt Lake Hartwell, but I've got some. I'm gonna be jumping back for the Thanksgiving season. I'm gonna be jumping back and forth between South Carolina local and North Carolina if the weather turns and we get birds. If the weather doesn't get any colder and it doesn't start to cool off, I am probably going to stick real close to home. In some places I know around here that hold a bunch of summer ducks all the time, so I'm probably is what I'm going to do. I just haven't got it all down yet. The only day that I know that Thanksgiving Day I'll be hunting that morning, but it's going to be a quick hunt. It's going to be in and out and gone. We probably won't even be there 20 minutes after we get in the water. We probably won't even be there 20 minutes. If not, let me know. I got a car, but don't have a boat ready yet. Speaking of which, how was the Halloween boat? How did that work? How did that work out? Whoop. And I don't want to make any definite plans right now until I get my truck back. That's got to get the truck back before I start making any plans. But if I'm if I don't get my truck back, I'll be hunting Saturday and Sunday and sitting at the house the rest of the week. So really hoping to get this thing back. He won 2 different contests. Cool. That's awesome, dude. If you posted it, Randy, I'm sorry I didn't see it. What's up, Mark J? What's going on? I missed that. Ran the boat today. Plenty of ducks in Louisiana at the moment. Okay, cool beans. I'm sorry I missed that one. How much money? Well, first of all, I don't talk about money. Just tell you straight up, I don't talk about money, but I would like to make some more if that helps you out. Boy. So, Jeff, are y'all still hunting, or y'all on a split, or how's that working out there? I know I'm not exactly sure where they went. Hey, this is for Cody. I'm not exactly sure where they went. I do know that they went up to Minnesota a couple weeks ago, and they hammered the ducks. They have they they shot mixed bags every day they went. They had a really good time. Some friends of mine. Of course, when I found out they were going, it was the day before they were to leave. Figures. I have a Go Devil. I got a Go Devil boat and a Go Devil motor. It's a mud boat. Cool, Randy. Well, tell him I'm proud of him. Hunting's been really slow, but late last week the migration has picked up with more bird activity. Cool. Yeah, this is my first ever year ever where I haven't been on the water scouting every weekend, and it's about to kill me. So I'm having to go off of people I'm going to be hunting with who are scouting and getting information from them, getting things set up with them. Because I mean, I just don't have a truck right now. Have you been in a havoc boat? Yeah, I've been in a havoc boat. I don't really think there's a boat out there that I haven't been in. I mean, I'm quite sure there's one or two, but yeah, I think Havocs are a nice boat. Nothing wrong with them. I don't. I mean, getting a boat and motor is like getting a truck. I mean, you have Ford, Chevrolet, GMC, Toyota, Dodge, and it's all what you like. It's what you want, and that's just how that rolls, man. Um, what happened to your truck? Well, first of all, the fuel pump went out. Got a used one to put in it to get me home, and the lifters are pinging real bad, and I've scored the cam, so we're putting a new engine in it. It should be here. It's being delivered this coming Thursday. So I had it at the shop, and the guy's already taken the engine completely out of it, and just waiting for the engine to show up and him to put it all back together. How long have you had this boat? I've had this boat since 09. I've had duck boats my entire life, and I'm 59. But yeah, You telling me the truth, Jeff. I mean, I had all right, I'll get in a minute, Randy. Unless you wanted me to put it up on show it. I mean, if you want me to show it, I'll look it up right now and show it. But if not, I'll get it when we get out of here. I had a couple of deer hunts I was going to go on, that kind of thing. But it's just, I'll offer you 13,000 for your boat. You better come up another 10, because that's what it would take. Just what it would take. I don't hear you. All right, let's. Did you message me or did you text me? Well, you must not have texted me. Oh, that's cool. So here's Randy's youngin. Hopefully y'all can see it. There's Randy's youngin in his duck boat parade boat. Prices of boats are worse than trucks. Yes, they are. And here's a better view. He got the Willie Robinson thing going on, y'all. Chris, what's going on? I mean, you're looking at a brand new boat and motor right now, and you're looking at between 25 and 30. Easy. Easy. And that's stripped out. I went by the boat place today and I got out quick once when I seen the prices. Yeah, they're expensive, dude. I priced one couple weekends ago, and I was like, wow. It was like 35. It was fully rigged. I will tell you that. It was rigged out. I have. Okay, Jeff, I have some, and because I am truckless, I haven't been able to go shoot them yet. But my plans are very soon. As soon as I get my truck, I'm gonna pattern test some, and we'll see how they do. I've been shooting his bismuth duplex loads. I love them. I definitely want to see what the steel and the TSS mix does, but I have yet. I just don't have a truck. I can't go anywhere. RD, what's going on? Tell Noah I said hey. Or is he at soccer practice or whatever? So I can't really give you a good answer on that, Jeff, because I got him. I just ain't shot him. I've got a table full of stuff to do videos on, and I can't go anywhere to do them. This is how bad it is. I am stacked. I got stuff. That joker sound asleep. I got stuff stacked up on my little table over here, and I can't get out to go do anything. That's the problem. Ready to hit the lease again? When are you coming? I tried calling you yesterday. I wanted to see how y'all did yesterday. Happy Veterans Day. Thank you, RD. Heavy TSS and light steel mix blows my mind. Yeah. I'll let you know. I will definitely let you know. I actually told Keith when we were talking about it, I said, I don't have a truck, dude. I just don't have a truck. I just don't have anything to drive. You told me about Saturday, but you didn't tell me about Sunday. I thought you said you were going Sunday, and but you told me about Saturday. That sounds cool. I'll be putting them through the ringer. I know that. I got 3 guns over here that I'm going to shoot them out of. And different chokes, different choke tubes, chokes. Just no bird Sunday. We saw plenty of high flyer heading north. I got you. Heading north? That's not good. They got their compass turned around. It must have got really warm down south. It must have got real warm for them to head back. That or they couldn't find any water. That's crazy. Oh man, oh man. Yeah, but that's been my biggest problem. Past what, 2 weeks now? Since the end of October. Since the end of October, I've been pretty much truckless. I did get that one hunt in North Carolina, and after that, nothing. I ain't been able to do anything. I had to double check to make sure I was seeing it right. Unless they're headed north for water to route. What time of day was it, by the way? Just curiosity. What time of day was it? If it was in the evening, I would say they may be going to roost somewhere where there's a lot of water and heading south to feed in some fields, or either dry or wet. But it would all depend on what time of day it was. But again, ducks do that. I mean, they migrate north, south, east, west. South Carolina Youth Day is Saturday, I think. I think you are 100% correct on that, RD. It's this weekend. In the evening and some in the morning also. Huh. Well, if it's in the evening, I would say they're going to roost somewhere where there's lots of water, and then head back in the mornings. I mean, the feed, and if they're doing it in the mornings, they could have, depending on the moon and the moon phase and whatnot, they could have fed and are heading back to a rest area. You just don't. I mean, I don't know the area, so I just don't. I don't know, but that is weird. But they do migrate throughout the year, north, south, east, west. They can't find when they get south and they can't find what they're looking for. They'll head north. If it warms up, they'll head north. Cools down, they head south. I'll tell you tomorrow. Okay. But that does suck that y'all had such a good hunt Saturday and then nothing on Sunday. We all in the same area, same place, or are you just gonna tell me everything tomorrow? Gotcha. All right. So, do I have any veterans in here? Are there any U.S. military veterans in here tonight? Too much to type. Any U.S. veterans in here? If you're a U.S. veteran, give me a shout out. I'd like to know. I mean, I can't be the only person that went in the military. Come on. Oh, let's see. I do know that weekend that it opens up. Um, after we hunt, I'm gonna be spending the rest of the day doing videos. Oh my gosh, I have so much stuff. I got to get on the ball. I just don't have a place to go, and I need that backdrop. I need that wooded, swampy backdrop for everything I'm gonna be doing. Everything. That's awesome, Mark. You got drawn for one, right? So you can keep one. Is that correct? I think you were telling me that you got. I think you were saying one couple of couple of lives ago that you were saying you can only get one tag. So you get your one, and then you're done, right? You're done for bobcats. You're a Tigger. You're the only one. Awesome. Let's see here. 65 degrees and clear right now here. We still need to drop about 30 degrees. Still need to drop about 30 degrees. We need lows in the 30s and highs in the 50s. That's what we need here in sunny days. Excuse me. It was a long day today, guys. Long day at work. Busy. Oh my gosh. We ain't been this busy and crazy in a long time. And let's see here. What else we got? Oh. I don't know if y'all got to see this in another video, but that's the Delta waterfowl decoy this year, or at least that in our area. I think it's a good looking pintail myself. And it is a gunner. It has a keel and a catch line to it. So it is a gunning decoy if I want to use it as one. And who knows, maybe one of these days I will. But that was one Delta I got from Delta. I know I keep talking about the same stuff over and over, but really not much going on yet until I get that truck back. Once I get that, I can get on the road again. Yeah, it was for a drawing. You bought you got the decoy. You paid for the decoy, and you got a bunch of raffle tickets. You had one chance at gun of the year, and I don't know, 30 some odd raffle tickets. Oh, it's wood, RD. It's wood. It's definitely wood. I was actually surprised you didn't show up. I mean, it all goes to a good cause for Delta, so I'm not really, I like Delta. They do a lot of good stuff on the nesting areas, so I'm I'm cool with it. Yeah, I've got also have a ring neck that I got a couple of years ago. I didn't go to last year's. I can't remember why. Something happened. I was gone somewhere or whatever, but yeah, Jeff, I'm a Delta member, so I like the Delta. I like Delta. But that pintail will go good with pintail comes back and widgeon. The best part, they were all given to me. But if I ever decide to hunt over wood and cork decoys again, I've got 2.5 dozen behind me, cork and wood. I've got some old wood up here. I got some new wood up here. So, one of these days I may decide to put that old timer spread out and pick up the Belgium A5 and let's see what we can do. Go to work, but it'll go good in my collection if I ever decide to hunt over them again. If I can ever find the right spot, that's all I need. I don't know what it's old wood. Yeah, but these are not to. You don't throw these over your back and walk. You better put these in some bags and slotted bags and that kind of stuff. I'd like to get. I need to get some more slotted bags. I'm out. Mine. I've either got rid of them or they have torn up. But I got some nice corks behind me and some good wood decoys, balsa wood decoys, and I'd like to put them back on the water one of these days. I really would. I used to hunt over them all the time, and it just got so cumbersome and heavy. Are they Dixie decoys? No, I don't have the. No, mine are older than that, Jeff. I got some in there. I don't even know who made them. And then there's a couple that I carved out myself and out of cork. But no, they're not made by Dixie Decoys. I think I got a couple in there that are made by LL Bean. I got a few of them that maybe are cork herders. This one? No, this was I ain't gonna be able to read it. Let me get my torch going. This is Captain Joey something. Joey something or another. That was made by Captain Joey. I think he is out of Virginia, if I'm not mistaken, but I could be. I can't really read his writing on the bottom of it. It's got some good color to it. Whew. Yeah, not much going on right now. Start the bidding. No, I'm not bidding this one. This was staying with me, buddy. I bought and paid for it. It's gonna stay with me. It's gonna stay with me. I mean, I paid $300 for the thing, so you know the bidding's gonna be more than that. Got a ring neck up here too, made by the same guy. There's a ring neck. This is the ring neck for 2022. So I'm missing the whatever the 2023 one. Selfish. Yeah, I am. But there's the ring neck right there that I got. Oh, here comes Bougie. Hello, Boo Boo. But there's like I said, there's the ring neck. Hey, I'm on the phone. Or on the computer or whatever this is. But yeah, those were both from Delta. When you go and you buy a decoy, you buy the decoy, and you get raffle tickets and a chance at the gun of the year. So that's how that goes. What are Dixie decoys made of? I think they're resin. I think they're of a type of. They are wood? Okay. But yeah, they're showpieces, and they got a little stand that goes with them. But they're also they're gunners. I mean, you can hunt over them. So, like I said, if I ever get the right place that I want to put corks out and wood decoys out, and what I would call the old man hunt, you got to be over 55 to hunt it. And yeah, it'd be just kind of a cool thing to do. And I mean, I've got mallards, blacks. I got a couple other pintails in there. I got some teal. I got a canvasback, 3 canvasbacks. I just think it'd be kind of a cool deal. The ones that are behind me, I've hunted over them numerous times. They just got too heavy. They just got way too heavy to hunt over. Most of these up behind me have got like 1 pound weights on them. 25 foot of line, 1 pound weights each. Like I said, they just got heavy. But if I could ever find the right spot, I would most definitely love to hunt over them again. I think it'd be just a cool hunt. Well, now you want to go out? Go. Oh my goodness! Any of y'all got any old decoys like that? Old stuff that you don't hunt over anymore? Any? Who out there's got some really cool vintage stuff? Whether it be guns or paper shells, old paper shells, decoys, any of that kind of stuff. Maybe an old P road. Anybody got any of that stuff out here? Old magazines. I mean, I've got magazines from the 50s. Sports Afield, Field and Stream, Outdoor Life. I got a stack of them behind me. Old papers. Old paper shells. I've got a box of 16 up here. I got some empty boxes over here on a shelf. I've got some old paper, buckshot. Not vintage, but I have a few dozen herders, 72s and 63 bluebills that I burlapped. I had about 2.5 dozen of them, Charles, and but somebody wanted them a whole lot more than I did. I can tell you that. He said, I want to buy every one of them. And I told him he didn't have enough money, and he went to the bank. He came back and he had enough money. So I sold it was like 2.5, 3 dozen. And I had burlapped them. They were solid as concrete, dude. They'd float real well. They floated great, but they were solid. Mallard, mostly one old wooden canvasback, unknown maker. I got you. Yeah, I got a little bufflehead here. Old little bufflehead wood. I got his name written in here. I got to see if I can see it. Out of Virginia, and I can't read the writing. It's been kind of painted over. But the guy that made this, I can't remember his name, but his son is a friend of mine. Lives down in Okeechobee, and his son, he gave me this as a gift, and I've had it on the shelf. I have not put it in the water yet, but I think it'd be a cool addition to any spread. There's Decoy in Harker's Island in North Carolina every December. They have some pretty neat stuff. Yeah. I need to get up there one of these days. We've talked about it, but I like this little Buffy. I like old stuff like that. It had history to it. Just a lot of history to it. And that wasn't no showpiece. That was a decoy that was made to hunt over and was hunted over out of Virginia. So I know it's had some ducks killed over it. I think it was made in probably the 70s. So I think. Got some old duck calls also. I don't know what brand. I've got a bunch of old duck calls. A lot of them, a lot of them are my dad's, and he still got them. It's normally during our splits during December. That'd just be a long drive to go up there for a weekend. One has a metal reed. Yeah, I've got one up here that's got a metal reed. Uh, it's a Reelfoot Lake style call, and then my dad's got an Earl Dennison, which is the Reelfoot style call, metal reed. It's a copper reed that was hammered out of an old liquor still, or made out of copper. The pot was made out of copper, and he was able to get it, and he hammered his reeds out of it. It's a long drive from everywhere. Yeah, it is. But hey, it's I know good and well that my truck will be ready before the second split. I know that. I ain't worried about that. I'm just worried about the first split. The Thanksgiving week, I'm just hoping it gets ready. He says it should be. So, and 1,000 leaking waders. Yeah. Um, what was that book's name? That little book. Bear Me in Your Waders was the name of it. I can't remember who wrote that book. I got it over here in my library somewhere. I got a bunch of old books too. Robert Ruick, old man and the boy, Bob Brister, mules, mallard, moss mules and mallards. Um, I got a lot of old books. Um, got a lot of old magazines with just all kind of stuff in it, and just neat things. How much things cost back in the day, and what they used back in the day, and what was considered high tech gear. Um, just really cool stuff. Just really cool stuff. That's to me. That's duck hunting. I mean, a lot of people. It's a fad for a lot of people. They you know they run up and they try to shoot their limits. They're all about pile picks and whatnot. And sure, they make memories, but they don't. A lot of people don't realize the history behind waterfowling in the United States and all the stuff and the places. I mean, they would go and um, they would get on trains and um, um, they'd get on trains, get all their gear, get on a train, and head to places like Minnesota and Michigan and Wisconsin and all these areas, the Dakotas. They'd get off the train and they'd get on wagons to get to where they were going to hunt and to get to their hunt cabin. And sometimes they had to patch their boats and sometimes they didn't. And they're pulling old decoys out of burlap sacks that have been sitting in a shed or in the house for a season, and get out there and spend a day or two painting them up and looking for ducks, and finally get out there when that wind's blowing right and shooting mallard greenheads and bluebills and canvasbacks. And and they'd get back when it was their week was over, 2 weeks was over, they'd get back on that train and head back to their lives. And it's just neat stuff, dude. I mean, nowadays, you wouldn't even consider getting on a train with all your gear and going somewhere to go duck hunt. And then, everybody's that quick satisfaction of getting out there, doing it real quick, getting back. They don't. Nobody wants to spend any time out there, and nobody wants to look at what's really going on and soak in all the history and the stuff that's associated with waterfowling. There's a lot of us in here about the same age, and I think we are the last generation to go that route, to remember some of those days, and to know enough from our fathers and grandfathers and uncles and whatnot that to remind that would tell us these stories. So Jeff, I have been hunting in high and dry waders. I got a pair behind me that's 4 years old. Nothing wrong with them. I got a pair that's back here that's 2 years old. Ain't nothing wrong with them. Nothing. Not a thing. But they're breathable. There's no insulation whatsoever in them. You rip them, but I've been through some brush with them. I haven't ripped them yet. Okay, Charles. You take care, man. Appreciate you stopping by. I like my high and dry, Jeff. Other than buying a pair of Sitka or Cheen, high and dry is $375 all day long for their breathables. They do make a neoprene wader. I don't know what the cost is on them, but off the top of my head, but they do make a neoprene wader if you like the neoprene. Down here in South Carolina, it just doesn't get cold enough. So, go check them out. They're a good company. I've mentored a few kids that love the sport and its history, so there's hope. Yeah, there's still hope, Jeff. TP, okay. What's going on? How you doing? Never seen your handle in here before, so welcome to the channel. It's the duck hunting channel. Come in, stay a while, ask questions, make comments. Just no profanity. That's all I ask. And tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from? So people get to know you. My son has high and dry, and they leak at the knee. Second year. I have never had a pair leak on me. You can give them a call, buddy. I'd give them a call and tell them. I would, because I've never had a leak in them. The only time that I've been wet in a high and dry wader is either I fell in or it was so hot I was sweating. But I've never had them leak on me at all. Now, y'all do know I keep my waders hung up behind me inside the house. They don't get thrown down into a corner or into a closet or in the shed. I take care of my waders. Probably that and my gun and my calls, and that's probably the only thing I do take care of. He is hard on everything. I've walked through some serious brush with my hind rise, thorns, vines, scooted across a couple logs. I've never had a problem with mine. Are frog togs good? Yeah, nothing really wrong with them. I had a pair of Rogers breathable waders, which are basically frog togs. And I mean, they're made by the Frog Tog Company. They just put Rogers' name on them. The only problem I had with them was the boot. Um, it seemed to collapse on me, the top of the boot. And what I mean by that was when I was sticking my foot in there to pull them up, the they would just collapse on me. They're, like the boot's not sturdy enough. RD saying his frogs leaked on day one. He replaced them. Anybody needs to test duck hunting gear, he's your man. I'm assuming you're talking about your son. But I mean, Frog Tog has been making waders for a little while. Not like lacrosse or red ball or anything, but they've been making waders, and I just their boots just collapse in on me when I was putting my feet in them. That was the only problem I had with them. And I just could not get my feet in them. I mean, I struggled from day one that I bought them, wearing nothing but a pair of socks and some shorts, and I try to stick my foot in there, and it would just the boot would collapse, it just roll over, and it was just aggravating. And I replaced them quick, and got a pair of high and dries, and I ain't looked back yet. And you can well, if Craig was in here, he'll tell you. I mean, I wear them all the time. I just don't, like I said, it's just the boot. I think even Natural Gear, they've come out with their own wader. But I think they're Frog Tog. I think they're made by Frog Tog. Just got their name on it. It happened when he was breaking out. Well, there you go, dude. I mean, they're breathable waders. If he did get the breathable wader, and I mean they're not that thick, but they do have some what they call that Kevlar knee pad, which should have protected it some. But I mean, like in any wader breaking ice, dude, you run the chance. You run a chance of ripping them. What is your favorite brand of decoys? My favorite brand of decoys are Heyday decoys. I love them. They're expensive. I know it, but they're the best thing since sliced bread, in my opinion. I went with Heyday. Started going with Heyday about 4 years ago when they were Lifetime, and I have just now got. I mean, I don't buy them all at once. I had to piece and part them together. I'd buy a half a dozen here, a half a dozen there until I got, and I'm just now getting to where I got a really nice spread of decoys right now. But other than about 2 dozen divers that are still in plastic, and I do have some divers that are in made by Heyday. I got about 2 dozen divers left. That I'd like to replace with Heydays one day. I'd like to have at least 4 or 5 dozen divers in it for a spread, but right now I got 2 dozen. Spin once, cry once. That's right. I got Rogers waders last year. Happy with them so far. There's nothing. I mean, they're made by somebody else. They just put their name on it. Like I said, I got the Rogers, the breathable with the inserts, and dude, I just couldn't get my feet in them. I just couldn't. Good God Almighty! What is your problem? Oh, I see what happened. Mama's tying you up with smell good things, huh? Bougie come in here. I don't know if y'all heard that, but Bougie come in here running in here like she was on fire. And my wife put one of them dryer sheets on her, tied it onto her collar, I guess to help her make her smell better. But yeah, Heyday. I like them. I love them. I like their rigs. I got some of their rigs. I got 3 different types of rigs. Oh, there's a question. What's your favorite brand of duck calls? All right, buddy. You got to get you a bag of popcorn and grab you a drink, because I cannot give you a definite answer. If you look at my duck call, my lanyard, I have Duck Commander calls on it. I have the Waterfowl Company duck calls on it. I got Kip McCullough cut down. I got a Waterfowl cut down. I've got Big Lake Outdoors. I got one of their double reed calls on it. I don't have a specific brand that I like over anything. I get a duck call, and if I like it, it goes on my lanyard. If I don't like it, it goes on my shelf. And I've got about 60 duck calls on my shelf right now, if not more. But I do not have a favorite brand. I have all kind. I just find a call that I like that I can that fits my air, and I go with that. Then I stick with it. I love to blow cut down calls. I love cut down calls. I have 2 Kip McCullough cut down calls. I got a Echo. No, I'm sorry, R&T cut down. I've got a Tecton cut down. And I've got the Waterfowl Company cut down. Did you have to apply for a serial number to title your surface drive? Yeah. I bought it from Go Devil. I didn't have to apply for a serial number. It came with one. And yes, I have to title the boat motor. I'm in South Carolina, so yeah, you have to title your boat and your motor. You do not have to title your trailer. What other states do you duck hunt frequently besides South Carolina, North Carolina? I hunt primarily South Carolina, North Carolina. I've kind of hunted all over before I started doing YouTube. Arkansas, Louisiana. I went to Louisiana this year, early teal season. I'm going to Arkansas in January. I do know that. It just when I started YouTube, I'm going on 5 years in February. I stayed close, and there was a big reason why I did that. Was to show that the duck hunting is not that good, even though most people knew it, but still wanted to show it. God, Lord, dog, you're about to drive me crazy. No. But like this year, unfortunately, my truck is broke down, so I'm hoping to get it before the first first season opens. It should be ready right before the first season opens. And I'll be kind of staying close because it's a new engine and I just kind of want to stay close. But yeah, I kind of used to hunt all over, man. But once I started YouTube, I kind of wanted to stay kind of close and show some things around here, and then start branching out. And this year and next year, hopefully next year, I'll be doing a lot more, going a lot different places. Problem, it's a bulldog and has no tail. Do you like Pro Drive? Yes. Yeah. Listen, I run a Go Devil boat and motor. I like Go Devil boats and motors. I have not personally met Warren Coco, but I have talked to him on the phone enough. A couple of other people up there that I have talked to. I know one of the Go Devil dealers here in South Carolina. I talked to him. I've been running the Go Devil for a long time. Started off with a 16 horse longtail, and I've worked my way up to a surface drive. But I do like Pro Drive. There's nothing wrong with Pro Drive, nothing whatsoever. But boats and motors are kind of like trucks. All right, you got Ford, Chevrolet, Dodge, Toyota, whatever, and it's the same thing with boats and motors. Here's the thing: if you like it, then that's going to be the best one you ever had. I've had guys that have had problems with mud buddies. I've had guys have problems with gator tails. I've had guys that have had problems with Go Devil. You're going to have issues with anything you buy, just like a truck. You're going to have issues. I got a Chevrolet bow tie, okay? It's a 2009. I got to put a new engine in it. I had an issue, right? Doesn't mean I hate Chevrolet. It just means I got an issue with it. But so I just think that the boats and the motors are what you like. Now I do like Go Devil. I like the customer service. I like talking with them. I just ordered a new prop. Hopefully it'll be shipped out this week as well. So while I'm waiting on my truck to get the motor in it, I'm gonna put a new prop on my boat, new oil cooler on it. So, yeah. But with all that said, I'm not bound to Go Devil. And if somebody wants to sponsor me with a Pro Drive boat and motor, I'll take it in a heartbeat. It's the same thing with a gator tail. I'll take it. Do you duck hunt upstate South Carolina or northwest of Columbia? I used to and have in the past. I haven't done so much here lately. I love the swamp. Okay, when it comes to, for me in duck hunting, I like to be in the swamp. I love to be in the timber, whether it's swamp timber or flooded timber, man-made flooded or what have you. I love trees. I like being in the trees. But I have hunted the upstate, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia. I've hunted them all. I've hunted all over. Had a really good duck hunt in the upstate many years ago, and shot nothing but mallards. I enjoyed it. Had a good time. Just haven't been back in a while. A lot of that is due to the water depth. Now, I know there's shallow water up there. I do understand that, but majority of the places where we used to hunt, we needed some long lines, and I'm not rigged that way. I'm rigged for swamp hunting, 3 to 4 feet of water max. Who is the Go Devil dealer in South Carolina? Unless he is retired, it was Nab's Go Devil. Nab, N-A-B apostrophe S Go Devil. Nab's Go Devil. Hey, Chris, how you doing? No ducks left up here. Go somewhere else. Do you like motion duck decoys? if you're talking about spinning wings, I own 13 of them, and I can't tell you the last time I turned one on. Generally, I'll grab a handful for early teal, and after that, I put them up. It's good to see you too, Chris. I normally put my spinning wings up. Like I said, I got about 13 of them in a box somewhere. I use a jerk. I'm old school, guys. I use a jerk string. And I'd prefer, if I'm hunting with 3 or 4 guys, I'd like to put out 2 jerk strings, maybe 3, and have everybody running a jerk string, everybody running a call, thrashing the water with your feet, hitting the jerk string. It just puts ripples on the water, motion. I'm just not a big. Now, back in the day when spinning wings first came out, yeah, that was a ticket. Ducks were stupid, but in early season they're still pretty stupid. Which doesn't mean that I won't put one out, because I'll always have something in the boat. I will put it in the boat, and I may take one and put it up under some trees so that they'll just get an occasional flash from it. Daniel, what's up? Just got the Big Lake Woody call. Do they respond well to this high-pitched call? All right. I have taken wood duck hunting to an art form, I believe. I use wood duck calls. I use a lot of them. And I got Hugh's Woody call. And I got numerous Woody calls in here, around here. Yes, they work. But it's like anything else. Does a mallard call always work? You got to ask yourself that. And does any duck call always work? No, it doesn't. The truth be told, no, it doesn't. I don't care how good you are. I don't care how many competitions you run. I don't care how many meat calls, competitions you've been on. Ducks don't always respond to calls for one reason or another. It's the same thing with wood ducks. But what makes the wood duck call, and if you do the sitting sounds, which I have videos on the sitting sounds, you got to set up for them. You got to know where they're going, or where they want, or at least where they're flying over. You need to put out some decoys. You need to put motion on the water, and you got to call excitingly on a wood duck call. Don't use the flying call. If you're calling and you sound like you're flying, the ducks are flying, everybody's flying, no one's sitting down. Use the sitting calls. Does it work 100% of the time? No, but I can guarantee you it has worked more times for me than I care to think about. I have called wood ducks to the water, and had them land, and knowing good and well that they did not want to be there. We called them in. So it does work. Now, I know Hugh McLaurin, I know Big Hugh, I know Little Hugh. I know them I know them personally. They are really good friends of mine. And but still, my favorite duck call, as far as a wood duck call goes, is Duck Commander. And the reason is it's got a reed in it. And it's there when Duck Commander makes the wood duck call, it's kind of set kind of low. I can, if you've been around duck calls any length of time, you know how to trim reeds. I had to do just a little minor adjustment, and it got it to sound perfect. And I do all the sitting calls plus some, and it works. It works. And like I said, does it work all the time? Is it 100% guaranteed? No, nothing is. But yeah, they do work. At the cabin, just me and my dog and the good Lord for the next few days as I cut firewood for the winter. I got you, buddy. I ain't seen you in a while, man. I'm glad you're here. I am glad you're here, Bubba. Oh man, but yeah, I do like them. You guys that are showing up, EHB 49. I think it was a TP and might have been somebody else. Let me see if I can get up here. Yeah, those are the two. Um, Number one, first time I've seen your first time I've seen you in this live stream, unless you went by another name. Anyway, thanks for coming in. I do appreciate it very much. Just hit the thumbs up button sometime during the night, or if you like this thing. But also let me know where you're from. You know, you don't have to give me an exact location, of course. Just kind of give me a generalization. Do you think coots make ducks land in the decoys is better? I do on open water. Um, Hey, listen, back in my, again, I'm 59 years old. I've hunted over black Coke bottles and milk jugs before. Um, I don't think it's so much coots as it is the color black. Um, but when we used to have a lot of grass at Santee, um, we ran way more coot decoys than we ran other decoys on open water. On open water is what we did. Especially setting up for divers. When we set up for divers, of course, your widgeon and your gadwall, and on occasion your pintails, they'll decoy to a diver spread. Mallards will do the same thing. But yeah, I do believe that. Okay, Mark, take care, man. Appreciate you coming in, dude. Thanks for coming by. But yeah, I do believe. I think it's. I don't think it's the coot decoy itself as much as I think it's the uh, the the color. It's black, and I just think it stands out. And if you got a lot of coots in your area, I mean, you can look at those raft of coots. And if you got a bunch of coots in there, all right, RD, take care. If you got a bunch of coots in your area, and they're using you're hunting and you got a bunch of coots, look at where the ducks are going. Look, and I guarantee you they're going to be landing with those coots. Not because they're a lot of times because they are live birds, but those coots are eating grass. And widgeon are they're not called bandits for nothing. I mean, they'll go in there and steal. When them coots come up with that grass in their mouth, they'll come and take it from them. So yeah, I do. Mojo works good for us the first part of the season, and we use a Rippler, and I got a motor that goes on the bottom of all my on one of my decoys, and it swims around. I got you. Yeah, the guy I'm partnered up with at Biscuit Built 3D. You can go look him up on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok and all that. But he's on Etsy, and he makes a motion decoy. Uh, it's similar to the bilge pump ducks, okay, but it's a whole lot quieter. It's kind of a DUI kind of DIY, excuse me, DIY, not DUI, but DIY. And you got to cut your own decoy up and install it and all that. But his is a whole lot quieter than most, and it works really good. You like Jeb's choke tubes? I got no problem with Jeb's. I'm with True Lock, so um, I'm in a partnership with True Lock right now. So I shoot True Lock choke tubes. But again, choke tubes are choke tubes, kind of like trucks, whatever you like the best. I would prefer that you went over to Scott Truelock and told him that, hey, I sent you over there to get some tubes. But you know, here's the thing: when it comes to tubes, not every shotgun's the same, not every choke tube's the same, and not every shell is the same. What I what I what I tell people is, if you got a favorite shotgun, you got your favorite choke, get your ammo and start pattern testing it. And just because if I shoot a great pattern with a certain shell and a certain tube does not mean it's going to work for you. It just means that it worked on that gun, and it works great on that gun. Like Jeff says, True Lock chokes and Salt Creek bismuth all day long. You're right. I use True Lock choke tubes. I use Salt Creek custom ammo, bismuth, and TSS, and I have no complaints whatsoever. None. The only reason I miss because I'm a poor shot at sometimes. I get too excited and I just overshoot. But the tube is doing its job. The shot's doing its job. The gun is doing its job. Just go out there and pattern test your guns. Get out there with a 30-inch a piece of paper, a piece of cardboard, draw a 30-inch circle on it, step back 40 yards and let her rip, and see what your gun's doing. It you may not even know it. It could be shooting high into the left or high into the right, which is a shim change. Break out those shims that you got in that little bag and you've thrown in the bottom of your gun cabinet somewhere. Pull them out, put them in, change them out. Go back, try it again. Until you center it up, just like you centering up a bullseye on your deer rifle. You got to sight these things in. You got to know where the shot's going. But yeah, I ain't got no problem with jibs. Not at all. I mean, I'm partnered with people, but I'm a kind of a loyal kind of guy when it comes to all that. But yeah, I ain't got no problem. I ain't got no problem with kicks. I ain't got no problem with comp and choke. I ain't got no problem with Mueller. But I can tell you now, as far as I'm concerned, the best shot out there right now is Salt Creek Custom ammo and their bismuth. Unbelievable. Their TSS is his TSS shells are that's a stick of dynamite, dude. I mean, that thing is wicked. I shot a Swan last year with a 16 gauge, 40 yards, improved cylinder with number 9 TSS, and I folded that bird like a third grade love letter. And I got the video out there to prove it. So. Oh. What else, guys? We got about 10 more minutes, and I'm going to call it a night. I've been on here going on 2 hours. I like answering questions to the best of my ability. It just makes the day go by. Triple curl TSS, another wise choice. Oh, yeah. His number 7 triple curl TSS in a 12 gauge, that is some awesome stuff. One of my guns back here is a Benelli. It's a 26-inch barrel. I got a pure gold improved cylinder, and I just wanted to see what it would do. I just one of those days I was out there. I said, I'm going to see what this will do. I set up a target at 70 yards. 70 yards, measured it, and I put over 50% in the 30-inch circle at 70 yards. So yeah. How long does it take to get a box or two of Salt Creek custom ammo from the day I order? Keith, are you in here? Keith, are you in here? You were. I don't know if you're still here. I have ordered from him, and it's taken me about a week, give or take. I mean, if he's got the ammo on hand, like, for example, let's say you wanted some 12 gauge, 3-inch, number 7 TSS triple curl, he may have that on hand. And if he's got it on hand, it's just a matter of ordering it and it gets packaged. It gets put out. It'll get put out the same day, And, I mean, he is in Utah, so he's got to come across the country sometimes. but it's never taken me less than it's always taken me about a week to get my stuff in. How many bands have you killed? I ain't never killed them. I've killed ducks with bands on them. How about that? No, man. I got 12 or 13 bands on my lanyard, something like that, and and a couple of goose bands. So I live in Spartanburg, mostly hunt upstate, but looking to try further south one of these days. Yeah, I've hunted up that way, Hartwell and all those areas, and I've had some good hunts up there in the past. It's just I haven't been up there in a while. I've not been up there in a while. I lost out on a browning this past weekend because they changed shells and my choke didn't like it. You lost out on are you talking about you lost out on a browning gun because someone changed shells and my choke didn't like it? Oh, I got you. Never mind. I understand what you're talking about. Turkey. You're talking about turkey shoots. Okay. It took me a minute. I forget you do a lot of turkey shoots. You split the difference and went with number 8s. Hey, nothing wrong with number 8s. Number 8 TSS, number 9 TSS. That's some wicked stuff, dude. I know people look at me funny. You got to remember something. I grew up before steel shot. Before we were mandated to shoot steel. And we shot 7.5 high brass Winchester Western Super X at ducks, mallards in the swamp. That's what we shot our ducks with. We shot everything: wood ducks, mallards, everything. If we were push come to shove toward the end of the season, you could always find a box of number 5s or 6s in lead, and that was our 5s preferred, and then 6s. But yeah, we would shoot. I shot 7.5s all the time. And I'm telling you, going back in some of those shots that I made last year and the year before with TSS are just unbelievable. I gumboed numerous ducks last year. Gumboed them. I like it. I like that TSS stuff. It's just expensive. Here's the, people say I can't afford that stuff. Well, let me help you out here. And I know it's a little too late in the year to be doing this, but if you want to try TSS, let me make a suggestion. Wait till get your box, pattern test a couple shells, and then hunt over it. Again, TSS comes in boxes of 10, so don't get all excited. But try it out. And if you like it, when the season is over with, that's when you start ordering shells. Every week, order you 2 or 3 boxes of shells. Eventually, you're going to have, by the time the season rolls back around, you're going to have a case of shells. You're going to have it, but you got to order it. And that way, it doesn't hurt as much when you go to buy, 4 boxes or 5 boxes of shell of 25, it don't hurt you as bad in the pocketbook because you've been buying it all year long. Enjoy the victory, guys. It don't happen like this too often. Good night. God bless you. All right, Jeff, you take care of yourself, buddy. Y'all ever see pintails in the woods? I have. All right, Chris, take care of yourself, buddy. It's good seeing you, man. Get with me this year. Come on, give me a holler. I have seen pintails in the woods. I've shot pintails in the woods. You don't see them that often. They're more of a more. They like to work. They don't like to work tight places. But have I seen them? Yeah, I have seen them. But they like to circle, and they like to have a big wide open area to work in. But I have seen pintails in the woods. Do I put pintail decoys when I'm hunting the woods? Very seldom. Very seldom. There. I might have one or two for color, but that's about it. Usually my pintails and widgeon, go on open water hunts, and my mallards, blacks, and gadwall, and all that goes into when I'm in the woods. But have I seen them? Yeah, I certainly have, and I've shot them in the woods. You ever killed a black duck? Yep. The only puddle duck that I have not, well, I consider your black belly tree duck and your furless tree duck, I consider them a puddle duck. I have never killed any. I've never killed any of those, and I've never killed a cinnamon teal. But I have shot every other puddle duck out there. Blue wing, green wing, pintails, widgeon, gadwall, mallards, black ducks, mottled ducks, or mottled ducks. Yeah. And the only, what I consider, ruddy duck to me is a diver. But I have shot a ruddy duck. I've never sea duck hunted. And the only, what I consider a sea duck would be an old squaw, or as y'all call them nowadays, a long-tailed duck. I have shot one of those. I've shot canvasbacks, bluebills, redheads, mergansers. I ain't never killed one of the big ones, but we just don't. I've never seen one here. Let's see. I'd love to shoot a harlequin. Love to shoot a harlequin. So there you go. Well, we got about 2 minutes left. So if you got a question, ask me now. Because in 2 minutes, and a minute and a half. Nice politically correct correction on the old squaw. Well, to me, it's an old squaw, but a lot of people, they've grown up knowing it as a long-tailed duck, but it's an old squaw. Where'd you kill the canvasback? Well, I've killed canvasbacks in a couple places. Virginia was one, but I have shot them here in South Carolina on Santee, on Santee. When we had grass, when we had lots of grass, we had all kind of ducks back then, dude. We had just about everything. But I have shot canvasbacks, some in Virginia, some in North Carolina, some here in South Carolina. Shot them on the coast. I've shot them at Santee. It's not like I just killed one. I've killed my fair share of them. Probably, in my opinion, one of the prettiest in the diving duck world. I think it's one of the prettiest. Of course, I think a bufflehead is a pretty duck, to be quite honest with you. And if you go that far, I think every duck is got its own beauty. So, I mean, even old ringneck has its prettiness to it. Let's see here. Well, guys, we've been here for 2 hours. I appreciate you coming by. Again, we do this every Monday night. Unless I'm on the road somewhere, we're here every Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I appreciate each and every one of y'all coming in. Don't forget, if you want to get some merch, some Daddy Duck merch, you guys here in South Carolina, I got the Spalkerberry tees, which has got the old map of Spalkerberry on the back on t-shirts, and I've got them in long sleeve. I've got hoodies as well, long sleeves, short sleeves. Visit the website and order you some Daddy Duck merch. Again, this is brought to you by DaddyDuck365.com. It's also brought to you by Salt Creek Custom Ammunition and TrueLock choke tubes, along with Biscuit Built 3D. And hopefully, if I ever get my truck back, I've got some products from Biscuit Built that I want to show y'all. And no, it has nothing to do with cooking, but it does. Anyway, y'all have a great day. Y'all take care. I see Randy posted one last thing. They killed a mandarin duck in King String School last year. Yeah, he got away from somebody. That's a unicorn, dude. I'd love to have one of those on the wall. But anyway, guys, we'll see y'all next time on Daddy Duck 365. Y'all take care and have a good night and have a great week.